and female brothers gather together because us, the Imperium of Man, have to wipe out a heretic. Today, we are looking very seriously at the situation that involves Mr. Breast and the amount of milk that I am going to continue milking from said breast. And Coffeezilla just ruined his life. He just destroyed his soul, all right? Bro dropped a video like 2 days ago. Got 5.5 million views investigating MrBeast, so I already investigated MrBeast. I already looked into the crypto scam shenanigans. If you want to look at my my channel, I cover lots of shiz. We have a good time making fun of some chaotic pieces of shite. And I saw a lot of MrBeast defenders getting very excited recently, debunking some of the claims against MrBeast. Well, I want to tell you something completely honest, and I don't want you to take it out of context, like that ever happens. If you have a dumbass that makes 1,000 false allegations against MrBeast, but it turns out MrBeast does like 5 really bad things that are really bad, that doesn't make me instantly forgive MrBeast because he got 1,000 false allegations made against him, okay? So, allegedly, MrBeast ran a $23 million crypto scam, and that is not forgivable. Even if, technically some of the allegations might have been slightly exaggerated. When he said he used CGI in his video, he didn't use CGI in his video. Okay, but he allegedly ran a $23 million crypto scam. I already covered it, but the thing is, Coffeezilla apparently got a response from MrBeast, and that I don't know anything about. So let's see Coffeezilla tear MrBeast a new one. I'm very excited to see where this goes. If this video is titled Coffeezilla just destroyed MrBeast's career, then I'm gonna be excited with how it goes. But if the title of this video is the Coffeezilla MrBeast situation is insane, well then that means I'm not happy with the video. So based on the title on YouTube, you will know retroactively if right now I'm happy with the video. All right, so let's fucking go.
I investigated MrBeast, who was recently accused of making $23 million.
Dude, how did he get so loud? I can't get YouTube this loud if I try.
With insider trading and scams. I wanted to know the full story,
right,
so I reached out to everyone.
God, I love this man.
From researchers to crypto projects, even to MrBeast himself.
All right, let's go. Let's see the MrBeast response. I love how he's been responding to everything. And by responding to everything, I mean completely sweeping everything under the rug and ignoring it. Like, brother, holy shit, you're accused of hiring pedophiles, bro. Can you at least say with your chest out that you didn't do that? No, he can't, because he probably did do that.
And let me say, the story is more complicated than you think.
Oh, shit. All right, Mr. Zilla, I'm ready for it. See, I thought it was pretty cut and dry, honestly. It was very complicated with the amount of different crypto pumps and dumps and the amount of money he's made and people he's collabed with. But from what I saw, even if not all of because there are a lot of allegations purely just on the crypto scam level, but it seems like he ran 2 separate crypto scams, one that made him like 9 million and one that made him like 14 million. And he directly promoted those while simultaneously selling the coins on his Coinbase, which is a pump and dump scam, if that is what happened, which is what seems to have happened. So I am ready for, BuzzFeed top 10 MrBeast allegations. Number 6 will shock you.
I want to be clear. What MrBeast did, what his team did, is shady. But what we care about is, did he cross that bright red line from shady to illegal scam? And
that is the question. But I would argue, and I know this is something that I am at odds with a lot of people, like on the internet personally. So if you disagree with this, that's totally fine. I want to make my audience aware that you should not be agreeing with more than 80% of my opinions. 20% of my opinions are fucking stupid and insane, and you should not be listening to them, okay? So I am conditioning you guys as such. Let me make this clear. Even if something is technically legal and shady as fuck and immoral, I personally am gonna think less of somebody for it. I know, it's pretty fucked up of me to say something like that, honestly. Now, even if technically all of his alleged illegal lotteries were technically by the book legal, I personally think that he's promoting gambling to children and it's pretty fucked up anyway. Like, for example, you're right, there is that red line in the sand, and an investigator like Mr. Coffeezilla over here absolutely has to make that line, figure out, was it an illegal scam, or was it just a little bit scummy taking advantage of fans or whatever? And I am here for it, because I'm happy to have someone objective here, so I can subjectively make fun of the piece of shit.
And contrary to what Twitter says, I don't think that's an easy answer. Instead, I think the answer will depend on you. If you love MrBeast, there will be an explanation at every turn. And
yeah, it's like, bro, she was 11. She was 11, bro. That's legal in some countries at some time periods. Okay, all right. I don't know. I don't know. You know, there isn't an answer to everything. Not everything has an answer.
A scapegoat. But if you hate MrBeast, what I'm about to show you will seem unethical and like a clear abuse of fame for money.
Let's go.
So already, this story is difficult, but I want to make you aware of 2 more things which matter. First, I have gone to MrBeast's team to try to fact check this story extensively.
W journalism moment.
And they declined to fact check or comment on my mini.
11 is illegal in Iraq due to a law that just got passed, dropping the age of consent in marriages to 9. No fucking way. No fucking way. Age of consent, Iraq. Oh my fucking god. Chat, you guys, this is the problem, okay? Because people in my chat are from all over the world. Iraq considering, okay? It's not done yet! But damn, bro. Wow, okay. Lord. No one lets Nico go to Iraq. No one lets Nico go to Iraq!
Any questions. Instead, they gave me a statement, which we will get to. Secondly, I have a bit of history with MrBeast. I interviewed and spoke positively about him in the past.
Yo, he just like me. I also spoke positively about him in the past. So much so that he even followed me on Twitter. Dude, you don't understand. MrBeast used to automatically copyright people that reacted to his videos. And I personally reached out to him and spoke to him about how my reactions are transformative. And he would watch my videos and be like, yeah, sure. And he literally whitelisted me on his team, okay? He whitelisted me to be able to react to his videos without getting copyrighted by his team. And here I am, milking the breast for content and drama. Oh my god. And all it took was him hiring a pedophile.
But also, his new co-founder is suing me, and his other co-founder threatened to sue me.
Let me just say this also. These 3 clowns, all allegedly running crypto scams, working together to push shit to audiences is a completely legitimate reason to dislike them. And everyone framing all the allegations as bullshit when there are still so many wrong things. I'm gonna make a video. I decided. I'm already making. I'm making a video. I'm going through every legitimate reason I hate MrBeast, because I hate the fact that the waters are so muddied by false allegations that no one really knows what is good, what isn't bad. So we're just gonna have fun.
So you can make of that what you will. As always, I just want to let you know where I'm coming from, and I've tried to get all sides of the story.
All right, let's go.
We're going to start with the major allegations against MrBeast and build on those. They come from 2 sources. Firstly, an investigation by Soma XBT, which claims MrBeast made $10 million by backing low-cap crypto tokens.
Okay, all right. Just an allegation, guys. We'll hold out.
Which are down 90%. And the second investigation comes from a group of 5 people who investigated MrBeast and found $23 million in profits from scams, shady deals, and his network.
All right, here we go, baby. Here we go. I love MrBeast. MrBeast is so cool because he doesn't actually use CGI in his videos. Did you know that he allegedly scammed people from $23 million? Well, I don't understand crypto stuff, so that doesn't count.
Now, there are a lot of crypto projects they go over, and I want to be clear. Some of these allegations, I agree, are bad. Others, I think, are actually worse than have been reported.
Okay, we're getting some juice. We're getting some good milk today, gamers. Oh, yes, the slop thickens.
And still other allegations I simply disagree with them on. Okay. So we're going to start with what I don't agree with. According to the report, Polychain Monsters, or PMON, is a project which KSI promoted heavily. MrBeast did not. But MrBeast did get in the pre-sale and make a lot of money. And thus, the conclusion is made, it's highly likely MrBeast made an investment from that insider information of KSI's promotional deal.
I don't think this is MrBeast's fault. He didn't directly scam his audience. He made a good investment, and he knew he made a good investment. Someone else scammed their audience, and he just profited off that. I don't think that that's MrBeast's fault, to be honest. I mean, you could argue that he very likely had insider trading, but insider trading isn't exactly, I think, the biggest MrBeast allegation here. Like, the issue with MrBeast being part of these scams are, specifically, if MrBeast promotes something and sells as he promotes it, because that means he's promoting it, people are putting money in, his stock goes up, and he immediately sells, and he makes money off that. He is literally siphoning money out of his audience, and he desperately needs money. We've seen him in his poor $1 yacht when he compared it to his lucky $500 million yacht. So that's just my hot take. It's still illegal, maybe still illegal, but there's no proof that he actually did have insider trading. Did he probably have insider trading? Yes. Is there any proof? No. Is it so bad? No. Is he technically scamming? No. So, I don't know. I'm not gonna sit here and make believe that, yeah, this is probably the best part of the video about MrBeast.
But there's simply no evidence provided of this.
Innocent till proven guilty. Shitty until proven not shitty, but innocent until proven guilty.
I have the same thoughts about Jigstack, another coin which KSI promoted, and the conclusion is...
I love how, like, KSI is taking strays right here. I love how MrBeast is obviously the main target of the video, so it's like, yeah, so, this is one crypto scam that KSI did, allegedly. This is another crypto scam that guy did, allegedly. All right, so now that we've confirmed that KSI has done 47 different alleged crypto scams, let's talk about MrBeast. Bro's still in the thick of it. He's still in the thick of it.
Though MrBeast did not officially follow Jigstack, in his network, KSI was involved in promoting Jigstack. From this information, MrBeast invested and made a large return. Here, again, there isn't concrete proof. Now, I asked the team who wrote this piece, and the lead author, Casper Vandeluk, told me, quote, having known MrBeast's having a very strong connection with KSI, it's basically highly probable he was vested as a result of KSI. No concrete evidence, just going off probabilities.
Yeah, and that's for sure. Yeah, it is likely. If you ask me if I personally believe it, yes, I do personally believe it. Just like I personally believe that O.J. Simpson killed his wife, okay? That said, ultimately, you have innocent. You know, ultimately, there is no evidence. But this isn't even the reason why MrBeast is in the shitter right now. It's because of the stuff he actually promoted.
But I'm going to say I don't agree with that, and I'm going to toss those probabilities aside. I think they reach too far. Instead, I'm going to stick with what we can prove happened.
Yes.
Luckily, the biggest claims in this report, the biggest moneymakers, are much better supported by evidence. Starting with Super. This is the project MrBeast is alleged to have made the most amount of money on, over $10 million based on a pre-sale of $100,000.
God damn! That's a lot of money. Holy shit.
As for evidence, we have leaked screenshots showing MrBeast telling Super's founder that he can do 100K. Then we have a wallet that both investigations trace to MrBeast, sending 100K to the presale wallet. And then we have the same wallets getting millions of these Super tokens in a period of unlocks, which were almost all sold aggressively. Now, why is this bad? Well,
it's because he probably promoted Super in one way or another, and that got his audience to invest in Super, which he got as a sponsor, even though he technically didn't even promote it as a sponsor. He just said that it was a good investment, and they sold, and he made money off it. Probably, if I had to say.
MrBeast is obviously hugely influential, and he publicly associated himself with the project twice. Once on March 3rd,
Oh no, he's regretting posting this one eyeball emoji.
2021, he responded to a tweet with eyeball emojis. And then he interacted a second time on May 12th, 2021. This is much worse. The founder, Elio Trades, had tweeted, there's a gym sitting there on the market at eye-watering prices set to explode during the DeFi Summer 2.0. MrBeast's response, Super? But what he doesn't say is that he'd already purchased a huge stake in Super at this point.
Yeah, so when other people invest in Super, they drive up the value of Super, and then he sells it. Yeah, anyway, so that's what they call a pump and dump scam, if this is true.
And on the day that he's tweeting, he was selling tokens, allegedly. Not only that, he had been selling tokens and continued to sell tokens. In the 72 hours after the May 12th tweet, MrBeast sold about $200,000 worth of these tokens.
Goddamn. The other crazy thing about MrBeast specifically is he markets himself as like the money genius. He is like the super epic money genius. God, he has so much money. He hates money. He has so much of it. He blows his nose in Benjamin Franklin's face, okay? Dude has money coming out. He pisses money. And, then everyone's gonna want to invest with him because, wow, MrBeast suggests this investment. He's such a good guy. He does so much philanthropy. He would never manipulate me. He would never do that, would you, Beast?
And remember the context. He's responding to the founder of the coin discussing a gym at eye-watering prices that's going to explode during the summer. And MrBeast's response is the coin he's selling. So publicly, it's signaling, hey,
this is a good investment. Buy the coin.
Super is this undervalued coin, and privately, MrBeast allegedly sold.
Yeah, because other people bought, so it went up. So he sold because it's fucking bullshit.
Now, I ran these wallets by MrBeast, as well as the accusation, but I didn't get a reply. Instead, I got a heavily lawyered statement from a spokesman.
Oh, God. Here we go, baby.
Going to warn you, is about to complicate things.
Uh-oh.
These investments were made and managed in consultation with industry experts to ensure full compliance with all appropriate rules and regulations. The wallet is not owned or managed by Jimmy, but rather a fund led by respected and sophisticated managers. The fund closely evaluated and scrutinized hundreds and hundreds of opportunities, which resulted in several investments. Some have been more successful, others less, and others still works in progress. The fund's investment strategies apply the same rigorous standards as many other experienced investors in the field. Now, I have a lot of...
Wow, that's such a bad statement. God, dude. So... By the way, I think this is important to note, okay? And I know this is not going to sound lovely to anybody, but I personally think that this is very important to note. MrBeast and Coffeezilla were friends, okay? MrBeast and Coffeezilla were friends that were in videos together, that are open in the DMs with each other, and he didn't respond to him directly. That's a good screenshot. Oh my god, I didn't even notice. Like, I was so busy yapping, I didn't even notice, like, wow, that's really nice. But anyway, what I was saying was, it's actually mind-boggling to me that when his friend asks him about this crypto shit, instead of actually responding to his friend, I'm gonna take a second screenshot just because that's how good it is. But instead of responding to him normally, he gives him a fucking this. These investments were made in managing consultation with industry experts to ensure full compliance with the appropriate rules and regulations. Sure! The wallet is not owned or managed by Jimmy. Sure! When he talked on podcasts a dozen times about how I bought this, I spent this, I sold this, I bought this on a whim, right? Yeah, classic. Classic, not owned or managed by Jimmy. Rather led by a fund respecting sophisticated managers. Yes, they were so sophisticated, they knew that if he were to promote a coin and then immediately fucking sell it after he promoted it, he would make money. Very sophisticated. The fund closely evaluated and scrutinized hundreds and hundreds of opportunities. Fucking bullshit. Any normal investment firm would not invest in crypto coins. I would know. I literally am utilizing my Jewish experience to tell you the Jewish experiences! It's my fucking stand, okay? All right? No investment consultant opportunity ever is going to tell you to invest in shit coins like Super unless there's a scam involved, okay? Unless he got some really whack job. I don't know. Which resulted in several investments. Some have been more successful, others less, and others still works in progress. The fund's investment strategies apply to the same rigorous standards than other experienced investors in the field. Now, what is this fucking field? Shitcoin investors? Like, this isn't a real thing, okay?
By the same rigorous standards as many other experienced investors in the field. Now, I have a lot of questions, but the big thing is Jimmy denies doing any of the trading or managing the trading and blames it on a fund.
So easy to do, right? It's like, hey, Jimmy, you know you just scammed people out of $23 million? And he's like, what are you talking about? I don't manage my investments. Somebody else does all of it. That's crazy. Bro, this is the same as the Logan Paul shit. Thank you, Coffeezilla, for letting me know about this situation. All right, you piece of shit.
So I asked some obvious follow-up questions. What is the name of this fund? Who are the industry experts? And what rules and regulations were followed?
Yeah, this is honestly really, really nice. Great questions, right? Who are the industry experts? That's a great question, because there were no fucking industry experts, okay? In my opinion. What were the rules and regulations that were followed? That's hilarious, because it's a it's a fucking shitcoin. Right, what's the name of the fund? There is no name of the fund. It's just private investments, and he'd rather just blame it on some nebulous, anonymous fund. I bet you didn't get an answer to any of these questions.
That allowed you to tweet about a coin while your fund is selling. I didn't get a response. It's worth mentioning.
Big shock. No way. No response to that one? Only the lawyer's denial shit? What does your client plead? My client pleads not guilty, Your Honor. And then he just left it at that.
The spokesman is Matthew Hiltzik, a well-known crisis management consultant. Thankfully, online there's...
No shot. Matthew Hiltzik, was he the Weinstein guy?
Hiltzik, a well...
Mysteries Crisis PR team led by former executive at Harvey Weinstein's... Yeah, all right, dude. They literally got Harvey Weinstein's guy to deny this shit. Nice.
Known crisis management consultant. Nice. Thankfully, online, there still are a number of clues we can follow to try to find the right person for this fund.
All right.
The reason most people link MrBeast to this wallet we've been tracking is mostly based on a tweet by MrBeast saying he bought a specific crypto punk.
I think this is pretty fucking damning, by the way. And if this isn't true, MrBeast should just deny it. Because MrBeast says he bought this crypto punk, and you saw exactly which wallet this crypto punk entered. The Wu-Tang Clan wallet. So at that point, you could just follow that same wallet. I think MrBeast, this was probably his biggest blunder, admitting which wallet is his.
is mostly based on a tweet by MrBeast saying he bought a specific crypto punk, which belonged to an account which goes by Wu-Tang Clan. People assumed, understandably, that this was MrBeast's wallet.
Yeah, because he basically said it was.
But what is lesser known is that another account has also tweeted about CryptoPunks and has the same ties back to Wu-Tang Clan. A guy named Jason Williams. He's followed by MrBeast on Twitter, and he's
I don't know this guy.
the author of a book on Bitcoin.
Bitcoin, hard money you can't fuck with. Why Bitcoin will be the... Listen, I'm just saying, Jason Williams. Listen, I'm a simple man. I'm a simple man that made $73,000 on my Bitcoin investment. I bought one Bitcoin at 17K, okay? Listen, I'm no financial advisor. I'm not telling you to invest in Bitcoin or anything. All right, I'm not telling you to invest in Bitcoin or nothing. But listen, what can I say?
So he's a crypto guy. And I found Jason tweeting about another CryptoPunk saying, I hope you enjoy your new home, sold for 100 ETH. That sale he's talking about links back to the same address MrBeast does, Wu-Tang Clan.
Interesting.
On YouTube, there's even more clues. Jason can be seen surfing wearing a Wu-Tang Clan shirt, and his brand name, Going Parabolic, happens to be owned by the same MrBeast wallet,
No fucking way.
Going Parabolic ETH. So there's very good evidence that Jason Williams was also involved in this same wallet, which means that it might be true.
Yeah, it's so crazy because, like, whenever I see these scams that go down and shit, you know the thing that really freaks me out the most? It's the fact that no one would care about Jason Williams if he wasn't connected to MrBeast. Like, how many fucking degenerate scammers just fell through the cracks because they just weren't directly tied to somebody famous, you know? Crazy.
That MrBeast wasn't the guy buying or selling, which would...
But you didn't know that MrBeast investigated himself and found himself innocent in all charges, and then he hired Obama to put a medal on his head?
Be good for MrBeast and bad for these investigations. But just when I thought MrBeast might have no say in what this wallet did,
Bullshit.
I saw this podcast with Logan Paul.
Yes! That's the clip I'm talking about, where he talks about how he has the right to buy things on a whim, right?
Jimmy discusses CryptoPunks once again, and things get complicated.
So me and Logan both bought punks.
Him and Logan, two very trustworthy individuals, people that have done nothing wrong in their entire lives. They fight for the people, you know. I was so happy and proud when MrBeast went to India to empower women there. It was so based of him when he gave them the right to vote.
You guys will probably see on his Twitter.
I covered that in a previous video. I even got a real-life guy from India to talk about why MrBeast's video is fucking awful. But anyway.
He bought a bunch of CryptoPunks at the same time, right?
Yep.
Gary pulled us in that call.
Yep.
So, have you ever told that story?
No.
Gary V, it's like 11 p.m. Just out of nowhere, just calls me. And he's like, yo, I got like 30 people to call, hop in. I'm like, I don't care. He's like, it'll be the best decision of your life. Just get in. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And so I just joined the call. And I just see like Logan and I don't even know these other people. I don't know, put them on blast.
Every heavy hitter you can imagine who's worth $1 billion was on this one call, and Gary V is in the little corner, the little square. He's going, CryptoPunks. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be the next phase.
Note that these guys are promoting CryptoPunks right now, okay?
But all of us were like,
right, you got 100 billionaires all in one call. Every single one of them comes together to talk about how CryptoPunks are gonna be the next big thing. CryptoPunks are gonna be huge.
okay,
Everyone's
Gary.
judging. I'm texting Logan.
Bro, all of us are like, yo, Gary's nuts. Yo, Gary was right again.
I bought a bunch.
Wait.
Yeah, I bought quite a few.
How many?
I don't want to say it, but
You have to say-
please.
bro, you have to
I
say
bought multiple ones. Yeah.
Well, bro, are you in double digits, punks?
Double, just shy.
Well, this clip is very interesting because Jimmy said he made the decision to get CryptoPunks based on a call with Gary V. But those punks are owned by the wallet we just said was controlled by Jason. Here's sometimes...
He does have control over the wallet. It's not something like it's totally out of his control and it's his disgruntled employees that are all smoking crack and doing scams. Weird how that happens. I wouldn't believe it if you didn't say so yourself.
MrBeast is telling Jason what to buy for this fund. MrBeast then later talks about selling these CryptoPunks and rolling the money into a new project. And once again, it sounds like he's in charge.
Well, I've already sold quite a few of them. So
What?
Dude,
he's on to the next thing.
I bought a bunch of, so then I rolled the money into VFriends because Gary, same thing, called me. He's like, VFriends. I was like, I don't know, but last time I made money, sure.
I'll be honest.
So I just invested again. It was no problemo. It was all easy peasy lemon squeezy. I loved when that happened and I did that so successfully. It was so dope. Okay, so he has control over his wallet. He has control over the money that goes in and out. If this wallet commits a scam, then I don't think it's too far-fetched to assume that he might be culpable, or at least part of it. No, right? No? Is that too far-fetched?
These clips, to me, make it difficult to assume MrBeast had no idea what's going on.
If you assume MrBeast had no... I mean, obviously, he's taking this with journalistic integrity, of which I have none. And I will simply say that, yeah, he absolutely knew what the fuck was going. Like, are you kidding me? Are you joking? I'm not saying this was a scam, but if it was a scam, he knew about it. All right? Like, get the frick out of here, man. It's like he didn't know that his friend Chris Tyson was a freak, even though Chris Tyson bought fucking lolly art and put it all over his walls from Shadman. All right? Like, dude, what are you talking about? Chris Tyson posted something in their group chat together thinking that it was child porn. All right? It ended up not being child porn, but Chris thought it was. Chris Tyson was like, yo, this is a 13-year-old in their group chat. That was leaked. And MrBeast didn't think that was weird or sussy-wussy whatsoever. All right, listen. If this scam is real, which it probably is, even though I don't know, this is just my opinion. In my opinion, allegedly, he scammed people out of $23 million. Then he absolutely knew about it. Don't give me this shit.
He talks about...
I know he's doing the journalistic shit, but yeah.
CryptoPunks and VFriends like personal investments. And on Twitter, he says that not only he bought CryptoPunks, he also tweets about loading up on VFriends. But again, I have to say, it is also abundantly clear Jason Williams was involved. He says, hey Gary, thanks for the VFriends gift goat. It was a gift from Gary to MrBeast. I'm very thankful for it. He didn't have to send anything. So once again, Jason Williams appears to be involved and have something to do with the trading or management of MrBeast's crypto wallet.
I don't know how that makes it any better. The fact that he hired people to work with him on his investments is like normal shit. I have people that work with me on investments. I don't do all my investments myself. It's not my area of expertise. I work with a bunch of people when it comes to my investments. And if one of those people was gonna commit a massive scam, I would know about it. Like, yo, what?
But
Oh
we
my
know
God.
MrBeast made some of the decisions. So of course, I asked MrBeast to explain himself if he had any say over the trading. But once again, there's no response.
Big shock. Bro just said, not guilty, Your Honor, and left.
So now I want to turn back to Super.
Don't worry, he bought the jury. He'll be fine.
We know from leaked DMs that MrBeast and not Jason set up this pre-sale, and we know that MrBeast made the tweet. So now we have to guess. Here's what we know.
Very excited for the MrBeast response of how he gives his private accounts to this other Jason guy as well. It's like, I can't believe Jason would use my Twitter account in such a fashion. I was so surprised. He kept liking porn on the account. It wasn't me, it was Jason, guys.
We know MrBeast set up the pre-sale according to leaked screenshots. We know MrBeast made the tweet, but we
Promoting it.
don't know whether it was Jason doing the trading of Super, or
Get the fuck out of here, man.
if he was doing
There's
the
no
trading,
way.
did MrBeast know about it?
I mean, he's so nice about it. Coffeezilla is like literally so nice about it. That's why it's so nice to have an unbiased journalist like him and a biased journalist like me, because of course he knew about it, bro. Get out of here. He sold $10 million of coins. You think he didn't ask the guy first?
Did Jason know about the tweet?
Yes.
These are the questions that ultimately matter.
Oh, God,
Yes,
get
I
outta
reached out
here,
to Jason
bro.
Williams for a comment.
All right, anyway.
He didn't reply.
Good job.
I did, however, get a hold of Elio Trades,
Who?
who is the founder of Super, and he insisted that MrBeast's tweet was not a part of a deal for promotion. But you should know, he also mentions how upset he was with how pre-sale investors sold their tokens.
I made a shit coin and people invested before the sale and then they sold. I can't believe they would use my coin in such a nefarious fashion.
Saying most of them sold, including MrBeast. So those are the facts. MrBeast gets involved in a pre-sale, for some reason tweets at this project twice, one time
Promoting it.
on the day his fund is selling tokens, where he seems to imply that they're undervalued. In total, he's alleged to have made $11 million with this deal, according to the report.
That's $11.5 million.
So yeah, that's really bad. Now we're going to turn to...
All right, so again, no proof that he's the one that sold it, but let's be honest, he's the one that sold it, okay? I don't know if this is a scam, but in my opinion, get the fuck out of here. He knows exactly what was going on. If you're gonna say man was really sleeping through it, I mean, maybe he was. He had an off day. He spent 7 days in an underground bunker at the time that his guy literally committed a scam.
Another allegation, which is about Earn, or Ethernity chain.
Oh, another one. Let's go.
There are some facts which are the same. There are others that are different.
Nice.
For example, instead of MrBeast setting up the deal directly, the team at Earn claims they never spoke to MrBeast. Quote, we were speaking to his fund manager. And when
Again, I love how your people are making this distinction. I really don't see that helping at all. Like, how on earth does it help that it's only his manager that's scamming people and not him? Like, I understand technically the other guy's doing the dirty work, but like, bro.
Asked about these wallets selling allegedly over $4 million in tokens, they say, quote, MrBeast's fund was an early...
It was my hitman that whacked Jeffrey Epstein. It wasn't me.
...investor in our pre-sale. He had the same unlock schedule as everyone else. Were we happy with the way he sold? Definitely not.
Obviously, none of the coins want people to sell immediately, right? The coins want to be successful, even though they have no chance. But, yeah, all right. Again, that's irrelevant.
But legally, there was nothing we could have done.
Yeah, irrelevant.
And then, just like with Super, they claim they didn't ask for a promotion of the project, but that MrBeast decided to comment once himself anyways. On March 9th, 2021, MrBeast responds to Ethernity Chain saying, this one will be hype. It's worth noting, once again, about 24 hours before saying this fund wallet purchased over $100,000 of Earn tokens in addition to the presale. Now, what is different about Super is that MrBeast's name was put publicly on the Ethernity Chain website. On their investors and partners page, you might be...
Yeah, I saw this. That's right. His branding was there. Again, maybe they just used his branding illegally, but he definitely didn't ask for them to remove his branding. But here's the thing, if people are going to invest in this Ethernity chain because of MrBeast's branding on it, then that is fraudulent as well, especially because MrBeast made money off it. I assume they didn't get his direct permission to do this, because if they did get his direct permission to do this, then that's obviously a scam.
Be asking, well, which is it?
And of course, it's important to note, thank you, Chad, for bringing this up, after this guy that's running MrBeast scams, allegedly, is the one doing all of it, he was never fired. So you're telling me that MrBeast hires a guy to manage his money, that guy goes rogue, he fucking goes rogue, scams people for $23 million, doesn't get fired. Is there a flaw with this story?
An investor or a partner? And the answer is both. He got into the presale, and the Yearn team also claims that he partnered with them for an NFT drop.
Yikes, so he was an actual partner with them? No.
Supposedly, it was a charity drop and a normal NFT drop. Now, the charity drop specifically did happen in association with one of MrBeast's projects, Team C's, saying,
God, I feel like such a fucking idiot every time they bring up Team C's. MrBeast reached out to me. He sent me a shirt for Team C's and a hoodie. I promoted Team C's in a video. I donated another, like, $1,000 to Team C's myself, aside from the video. Like, oh man, it makes me feel so shitty.
Quote, all proceeds will go towards...
Like, I thought he was like a good guy, man. I thought he was a good dude. He was just helping people.
Cleaning up the seas around the world. This was early November 2020.
Yeah, there's a whole onslaught of allegations about the Team C's stuff that I'm sure that Coffeezilla isn't gonna cover.
Then the official Team C's account posts it on November 3rd, 2021. Quote, what an awesome crypto collaboration in support of the team. Then the CEO of Ethernity Chain, Nick Rose, confirms in Telegram that the drop is supported by MrBeast.
Yikes!
Earn and...
Again, this is just hearsay. It's just what he says, but if that's true, that's really bad.
ETH tokens will be accepted for the charity auction, which was slated to last 2 months. Now, the reason I'm sharing all of this is because 1 month into this 2-month charity auction on November 30th, 2021, the Rocket Fund or Beast Fund or whatever you want to call it starts selling huge amounts of this Earn token. Allegedly,
they literally fucking rip off everyone. It's insane. It's like there's no honor among thieves, for real. It's like MrBeast says that he's going to be working with this company. All right, he promotes it so his fans invest. He sells before the company really takes off. So he fucks his fans, he fucks the company, allegedly, if this is true. He fucks his fans, he fucks the company, he walks away with the bag. Everyone's left holding shit, and they're NFTs. So, like, you know, the fans are just gonna say, oopsie, I guess it was a bad investment. The NFT guys are just gonna say, well, you know, oopsie, the coin is now worthless. There's nothing I can do about it. MrBeast walks away with $2 million. Like, it's so scary to see this shit happen, allegedly.
They sold over $2 million, while the charity itself was still going on.
They sold before the charity coin? Oh, man. Oh, man.
Now, I know that sounds horrible. It looks
Bro literally just reached into the tip jar across the fucking counter. What is this?
horrible. It is horrible. Although I have to tell you, personally, I don't think this was a master plan to pump a coin with a charity auction. If it was the plan, it was a bad one because the NFT auction was ultimately a flop. But do I also think it doesn't matter because regardless of your intention, selling tokens within a month of your 2-month charity auction is wrong, stupid, and unethical? Yes.
Thank you, finally. Holy shit. I'm so glad he's actually saying that. God damn, this is why I love Coffeezilla. I didn't mean to scam anybody. I didn't mean to run him over with my car. Yeah, but you run him over with the car. That's still pretty fucking bad.
I think that as well. Because in case you forgot, MrBeast is the charity guy.
Yeah.
Whose name is on the website. It isn't a fund. It isn't a crypto rocket fund. It's MrBeast's branding. I even asked the Yearn team about this, saying, quote, why did y'all list MrBeast instead of Rocket Fund in your partners' investors? Was that discussed? They say, quote, we listed him, MrBeast, as a partner, and quote, yes, they accepted that.
Damn, holy shit, bro. If this is real, it's like dead to rights.
So according to the Yearn team, MrBeast knew or should have known that his name was on the line for this investment and partnership. And yet, this fund, his fund, whatever you want to call it, sold tokens 1 month after starting a 2-month NFT auction for charity. To be fair again, though, it's hard to oversell how bad this NFT auction did. I have found only one NFT that appears to have sold here, but the bids were made in the Yearn token, which the fund was selling, and the actual sale of the NFT didn't happen until after the fund sold in November 30th.
God.
Transfer happened in December 23rd. So of course, I went to MrBeast directly to answer this and see if there was some...
Question 9. MrBeast's project team sees launch an NFT project for Eternity Chain 20 November 2nd. According to transactions associated with you. Yeah.
more context they could provide.
Do you think there's something strange about launching an NFT project for charity and selling 2 million of the associated coins for profit within a month without disclosing the financial tie? Was any of the 2 million actually given to Team C's? Yeah, I doubt it.
There was no...
Fucking way, MrBeast would never... Okay, let me just say, this is just human psychology here, okay? MrBeast wouldn't give a penny to charity not on camera, okay? All the charity that MrBeast gives, I bet you, he has it recorded somehow. It's like, get out of here.
Response other than the statement we've already read from MrBeast that he did not control the trading. Although again, that isn't a really satisfying answer because we've established MrBeast would sometimes direct what to buy and sell to this fund, like CryptoPunks. Personally, like I said, I don't think this was a pre-planned scheme, but
who cares? I didn't mean to rob the jewelry store. It's just I saw they forgot to lock the front door. Good argument, sir.
Regardless of intentions, if you're the charity guy, you support a charity, it flops while your fund makes millions of dollars in profits because it's selling the same Yearn token people could bid on the charity with?
Yeah.
That just is awful. And you should feel awful about it.
Well, I feel awful about it, so don't you worry, Coffeezilla. At least one of us feels awful.
Look, now I want to...
Now, if I was really feeling awful, I would say all proceeds I make on this video goes to charity. But I am making a disclaimer. All money made on this video is going to me. All right? I just wanted to make that very important thing clear. I'm not doing this for anyone other than myself. I personally happen to coincidentally give, I'd say between 10 and 20% of my income to charities, regardless. Not that I make a big deal of it. But this is purely for myself. Also, fuck, I hate that I gave $1,000 to Team C's and made a video to promote it. But at least I got a sick hoodie out of it.
I want to move on from
I don't wear that shit, by the way.
that to talking about our final token, Xcad. This is a token you may remember from our investigation into MrBeast's business partner, KSI. But unlike KSI,
You might remember this from a KSI scam. Alleged scam. I love how people are still defending KSI as the nice guy in the group. So KSI is the good one. He just gets mixed up with bad people. Allegedly ran 47 crypto scams.
MrBeast was not promoting it a lot on Twitter. In fact, the only reason we know MrBeast was in the presale is that there were several articles about it, bragging about that fact. Once again, MrBeast's name was used to promote this instead of the fund itself. And internally too,
Obviously, because they want people to invest in it. No one knows what rocket money is or whatever it's called. Rocket fund. No one's going to invest in something if Rocket Fund invests in it. They're going to invest in something if MrBeast, the philanthropy overlord, is investing in it. Duh.
To investors, I have to say, this built up a lot of excitement, not just because MrBeast is a huge name, but because Xcad had what's called creator tokens. So the idea to some investors is that, well, if they're investing MrBeast and KSI, what if they were ever to launch creator tokens? That would be massive. And I bring this up because some people might ask, like, what do these affiliations, how do they impact people buying these projects? And the answer from what I've seen is they actually do impact it quite a lot because people are anticipating like further involvement. And also the idea is like they must not be investing unless they're long-term holders. You can see this in the
They were wrong. It was a scam, allegedly, in my opinion. Not to cast any allegations here of my own, just propagating allegations made by somebody else that I currently cannot confirm nor deny. Please don't sue me, MrBeast.
Telegram chat.
But if you do, you're gonna get fucked.
It became so common that in the Xcad community, one of the admins says, here we go again, another community member asking if there's any possibility of a MrBeast KSI token. And meanwhile, by the way, as that's happening, as the investors are hoping for these creator tokens and that they're imminent, behind the scenes, something entirely different had been happening. Like with Super and Earn, MrBeast's
sold a ton of the coins. What? Couldn't see this coming. That's crazy. Why would he sell coins if he truly believed in them?
fund sold a lot of their Xcad early in 2021 rather than holding their tokens. And this was surprising to even the founder of Xcad himself, Oliver.
That has got to be like incredibly shitty. It is so wildly shitty. He doesn't just scam his fucking audience. He also scams the people that he is allegedly friends with and working with that makes the coins. Like, you gotta realize how bullshit that is. That is impressive levels of bullshit. Truly no honor among thieves. It's wild.
Oliver Bell, who said they told him they were gonna do the opposite. He tells me, quote, "Hey, so MrBeast reached out to me during our pre-sale raise. A group was set up with his team and we had a call with his team and they said they liked the concept. There was no strings attached to the investment. They did, however, want a lot bigger ticket than what I offered them, which I'm glad I did not fulfill. We discussed not just flipping this token, as this can damage projects.
We discussed not flipping the token, and they were like, flip the token, we believe in your work. And then they flipped the token. Fuck that guy.
People have decent sized tickets. It was my understanding we were aligned on this. However, after listing to which Xcad performed well, there was heavy dumping from a wallet linked to MrBeast's team. I got in contact with them immediately and asked them why they were selling like this. Now, Oliver later claims this discussion about flipping tokens and them being aligned about the fact they're not going to flip these tokens so quickly was with Jason. And apparently, Oliver was so upset about what happened, he DM'd Jimmy directly, explaining his team will ruin his reputation.
Honestly, no one talks about this from the perspective of the people that actually make the crypto coins. Like, I guess I'm jaded and cynical, so whenever I know that someone made a crypto coin or an NFT project or whatever, I immediately think of them as like a pseudo scammer. Obviously they want their project to take off, but I don't expect them to actually expect to not scam people with their project. However, from their perspective, they are trying to run a business, a shady business, but a business nonetheless. And MrBeast is now entering the fold. They're very excited. They're using MrBeast as a way to drive profits and interests and hype in order to make their business work better. And then MrBeast allegedly scams his audience, right? He allegedly scams his whole ass audience on this coin and completely and utterly destroys the reputation of not only this project, but any other project that this team ever wants to work on. From the perspective of the world, this is now a pump and dump. Failure. I never even looked at it from this perspective. God damn.
And look, sorry to be a broken record, but yes, I reached out to Jimmy about this too. And once again, there was no reply besides the statement we read earlier. It's worth mentioning that I asked Oliver for proof of this message about ruining relationships, and he said the message had been deleted on Telegram. So who you believe here is up to you. Oliver also says, quote, "I don't think Jimmy has a bad heart or is a bad person."
Great! I will take your word from it, crypto guru. My opinion has changed radically.
I think
all these people are fucking, you rub my back, I rub yours. Holy shit.
He has genuine interest in the crypto space, but I think the team that handles his crypto is completely clueless.
They're so clueless. He only made $23 million on crypto. Think about what he could have done.
And here, on this last point, I have to disagree with Oliver. I don't think that Jimmy's crypto team is clueless.
That's what I'm saying. I'm with you. I am with you, bro. Of course they're not clueless. He made $23 million. You don't fumble your way into $23 million. Get out of here.
I think they saw an opportunity to make millions of dollars with MrBeast's valuable brand,
Yes,
and
sir.
they took it,
Yes,
and
sir.
they did make millions of
Yes,
dollars.
sir.
And along the way,
Yes,
they
sir.
did some things that were shady.
Yes, sir.
Whether
Yes,
or
sir.
not you
Yes,
think
sir.
they were also illegal is probably going to be shaped by our unanswered questions and
Everybody wants to be my enemy.
where you fill in those gaps. For example, do you think MrBeast knew about the selling that was going on May 12th for
Yes, I do.
the super token?
Yes.
Why did he make that tweet?
Oh, probably to promote it so that people invested in it to raise the price so that when he sells it, he makes more money and scams his fans. That's my guess personally. I'm not making an allegation here. That's just a wild guess.
And then, do you think MrBeast knew about the charity auction and the selling that was happening on November 30th?
Yes, I absolutely believe that as well. Do you know that MrBeast's big partner in his Team C's charity ended up being Coca-Cola, the #1 biggest sea polluter company in the fucking world? That is who they collaborated with on Team C's. All right. Do I expect any part of Team C's to have gone smoothly? Bro, here's the thing. Some people fail upwards, but no one fails and slips, trips, falls into $23 million made off the downfall of your audience and fans. Right? That's not a mistake people make.
And do you think Oliver Bell DM'd MrBeast and told him his crypto team would
You don't accidentally watch gay porn unless you're gay, okay? I'm just saying. Some things, you gotta look at shit rationally for a second.
ruin his reputation? And if so, was that ignored? I hate to leave so many unanswered questions here.
I feel like these questions aren't really super unanswered. Like I'm really confident with my answers. I would lock them in. I'd probably get an A+ on this the SAT here.
But I warned you, this was a complicated story. And a big part of the problem is the guy at the center of this story cannot or will.
All right, the gay porn analogy was not good because everyone's clicked on a weird video at one point that takes you down a rabbit hole. But you don't rewatch the same gay porn video 23 separate times by accident, okay? All right, are we satisfied? All right, because is that a better analogy?
Not give more than a
Dude, my entire chat is literally defending accidentally watching gay porn. Guys, there's nothing wrong if you want to watch gay. Like, dude, I'm not some moral arbiter that is gonna define your fucking shit, okay, bro?
fully lawyered statement through a spokesman who's a crisis management consultant. And let me just say, it's also frustrating that this statement takes zero accountability. Despite the fact
Despite the fact MrBeast made $23 million off the downfall of his audience, even if he's claiming it wasn't his fault, he should still apologize for, the downfall of his audience.
Beast's team knew every major allegation that we're laying out here today. There is no mention of selling while MrBeast was tweeting about Super Token. There's no mention of them selling tokens a month after they partnered with a 2-month charity auction.
True.
And because of that, this statement feels very hollow. I think to MrBeast and probably to his fund, maybe this is just business, They set out to make a lot of money,
They did.
and they made a lot of money. What's
There it is, baby. It happened. They succeeded. By accident, of course.
the problem, right? This is America. They might think this is the biggest MrBeast nothing burger since MrBeast Burger. But look,
Which they're getting sued for, by the way. Oh shit, God, I can't. Coffeezilla, holy shit, you are a wealth of thumbnail images.
honestly, I'd agree with them if they had done this crypto stuff without using MrBeast's name. But they want to have their cake and eat it too. This fund trades on MrBeast's name, as we've seen. They get in pre-sales based on his name. He tweets from his public account, and they're putting his name publicly on projects' websites instead of a fund.
Cool.
But when things go south, suddenly, oh, MrBeast, what? No, no liability, just because he's not sitting there physically pressing the button.
Oopsie.
I don't think
Oopsie poopsie is badge.
that's the way it works. Look, I want to close with the final part of this CryptoPunks
All right, I'm ready, baby. Here we go. Final part. In my opinion, this is fucking awful. Like that, it's insane to me.
podcast we showed you earlier, because in many ways, I think it's a microcosm of this story. Obviously, I have to say, I'm not making any comments or judgments about the guy who's suing me.
Ah, no! He had to make a whole video talking about MrBeast without mentioning Logan Paul. Oh, that's awful. Poor guy. Dude's getting sued by Logan Paul. Dude, can we just acknowledge that this whole squad, this whole fucking squad, man.
Who's also in this clip. That's just coincidence. I am only talking about MrBeast's reaction, because as MrBeast is talking about Gary V's great CryptoPunks call, there's a moment when the co-host says, hey, maybe instead of Gary V being a genius, maybe it's just the call itself that made...
No, he's gonna bring up Mike Magilcack. My favorite dick sucker of all time. Look at the way he unhooks his jaw like an anaconda prepared to suck down a deer. Okay, get ready for this.
The market. And MrBeast kind of defends it. He says, no, that was in February. You know, CryptoPunks didn't pop until the summer. And, you know, I never talked about CryptoPunks until this very moment.
Can I ask you guys a question?
All right, so this is Mike Munchlax. I'm introducing you to my favorite side character in this arc. This is the greatest dick sucker of all time. Bro, in the new Luigi's Mansion, he's not gonna have a vacuum cleaner anymore. He's just gonna have a miniature version of Mike Munchlax over here, just sucking.
Question: When Gary does that call with all these billionaires, and 8 months or a year later, everybody's like, Gary was right again.
Yeah.
Is it possible that he's right because of the call?
Is it possible that it's market manipulation? Dumbass, holy fucking shit, professional moron. Mike Magilcack. Look at Logan looking at him. All right, I know Coffeezilla is not allowed to talk about Logan Paul because he's getting sued by him. But dude, look at him! He's just staring him down. If bro had a freaking Mangekyo Sharingan, this dude's face would turn into fire. Okay? He is staring at him. He's like, why are you admitting to market manipulation on our podcast? Mike, he had this little moment of lucidity where he accidentally bumbles his way into a good point and forgets to suck for just a moment. God damn.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I think about that a lot.
Dude, he has all these
I think about
billionaire
that a
market
lot.
makers in the thing.
think about
He
that a
makes
lot.
the call, makes the market. By the way, you look around at all the punk owners a year later.
He's describing a pyramid scheme and he doesn't even know that. So what you're saying is that all these people, they buy in at the top and then they promote it to the masses and then they buy it on a lower rung and then all of them promote it to more people and then they buy it on a lower rung. Eventually it'll crumble at the bottom, but the guys in the original call make a lot of money. And bro is like, I love it so much. Guy, like, holy shit. Like, man is literally regarded.
You're like, damn
I
it.
think about it a lot.
It's all the same motherfuckers that were on the call.
No, because bro, there's 10,000 punks and there's
It can't be like that, Logan says while not making eye contact with him because holy shit, obviously.
only like 30 of us in the call. We can only own and do so much. There's still an entire market that's gonna happen regardless.
I can throw it back into suck mode.
Tell you, I don't think why, because
Yeah, why don't you think why, MrBeast? Why don't you think it's market manipulation in a pyramid scheme?
It's all back like early February. Like
Right.
things didn't pop off till later, and
Oh, you mean it took a while for their pyramid scheme to work? That's true. He makes a good point.
every like NFT project was popping off, not just punks.
I mean, make no mistake, like having such influence
He's just looking at him. He's like, "Shut up! Stop talking!"
to people involved in projects, it can't hurt the ability for the project to
like,
work. You know what I'm saying?
95% of those people didn't even mention it. You know what I mean? Like,
Right,
I've
right.
never talked about it publicly.
You just did! Oh my fucking god, these people. Oh my lord. Oh man.
Yeah, but
there's an entire market that needs to be scammed. It's not easy for just a few people.
that last part isn't quite true. The reason we're all here is MrBeast tweeted about CryptoPunks the same day he bought them back.
Wow, what a fucking loser. I mean, I never promoted it, so obviously that's not true.
Back in February of 2021. That's how we found his wallet, even though we now know someone else was involved too.
Mike starts talking and Logan Paul is like, Mike, this is not what your mouth is supposed to be used for.
And I would apply the same.
By the way, there are some Mike defenders in my audience that come into the comment section every once in a while to talk about how I'm really mean to Mike. And again, I want to make this clear. You should not be agreeing with about 20% of what I'm saying. I think that 80% of what I'm saying is well-rationed, well-rationalized. Some conspiracy theories in there, but they're good. And then I got 20% of that fringe Nux shit that, listen, whatever. Yeah, Mike definitely falls into the 80%. I'm just saying.
Level of scrutiny to many of the investments we've talked about. Was it the genius of Jason Williams, MrBeast, or this fund that made them tens of millions of dollars? Maybe. Or was it the fact that the name they brought to the table was MrBeast, one of the most influential and valuable brands in the world? And that's what got them the great deals. That's what got them a bunch of eyeballs. That's what made it so valuable to have his name on these websites.
Yeah.
And maybe that's what made the market. Ultimately, I think it's for you to decide.
Dude makes good shit. I love Coffeezilla videos. Like, man spits facts. I liked also that he isn't just gonna draw the conclusion for you because first of all, he's a journalist, right? He wants to tell you facts and ask you questions that'll make you think of your own conclusions. And, it's not his job necessarily to give you his speculations, even though he definitely is nudging you towards that conclusion. Yeah, MrBeast got fucking cooked here, like big time. Every single allegation made against him that is proven false, you still have this fucking big ass blaring bat signal in the fucking sky talking about how this dude is, allegedly messing with the fucking Corleone family of Gotham City. All right, like, god damn, bro. God damn. My name is Jimmy Falcone. Pay no attention to me. I don't move money around. I hire people for that shit. Yeah, anyway, thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate it. I like a good MrBeast downfall as much as the next guy. I just have a thing for downfalls. They're very fun. So thank you for joining me on this slop of the day. If you enjoy my incredibly hot takes, subscribe. If you hate them, subscribe. Because more subscribers is better. Thank you so much. Yeah, next time you see someone talk about a MrBeast video being like, MrBeast, it was a fake allegation that MrBeast put CGI in his video. Remind them that he probably scammed people for $23 million. Yeah, I'm a simple man. I water it down to the basics. Let me know if you want me to do the video, every legitimate reason why you should hate MrBeast. Because I'm seriously thinking about doing it just because it's like a little frustrating watching people debunk like a lot of the shit. And because of that, people forget that there are genuinely things to criticize here. So thank you for being here. Stay weird, fam. Like, subscribe, and this video was streamed live on kick.com/Nuxanor. See you there. Stay weird, fam.